What is passion? As one of my favorite teachers here at York once said, I'm passionate about sleeping and eating Oreos. But for some reason, that's frowned upon. So what is it? What does passion truly mean? I always thought the passion was a plan, like a career or a sport or a hobby. And my job was to find that passion, to commit myself to it, to dedicate myself to it, and then to plan out my future according to it. I thought that if I could find a passion, that I could plan out my future. I could have a safety or assurance for how my life would play out. And not only would I have a plan to succeed, but I wouldn't be able to fail. I couldn't have been more wrong. I used to be known on campus as the girl who plays water polo. More specifically, the only girl on the boys varsity water polo team. And yes, I did say the boys varsity team, and yes, I am a girl. After 4 years of playing club water polo, there wasn't anything that I felt more worthy of calling my passion. And my freshman year at York, since there wasn't and still isn't a girls' team, I decided to join the boys varsity team. I worked and worked to be strong enough to wrestle with those boys, fast enough to sprint alongside them, good enough to be worthy of playing with them. I was tired beyond measure after every practice, so hungry I could eat 2 dinners. My eyes were constantly burning from the chlorine in the water. And no matter how much soap I use, I still managed to smell like a pool. But by the first game, I had managed to secure a place in the starting lineup. And I think it's fair to say that I earned my spot. Everyone on that team worked hard. But being the only girl wrestling against guys who were twice my size, I had to work even harder. With the help of my coach and my team, I was able to learn how to hold my own with the boys. And eventually, I even started making goals, scoring points. And as it appeared to everyone, I was having the time of my life. I couldn't help but notice all the people who would constantly ask me questions about water polo. In fact, the only thing that people asked me about myself was water polo. Some, after a few moments of confusion after I told them I was on the boys' team, looked at me and said, "Wait, but you're a girl." Good observation, I am a girl. Others were more serious. "What is it like to play on the boys' team? It must be really rough playing with the guys, right? You're really good. Are you going to go play in college? Water polo must be your passion, right?" Everyone, my coaches, my family, my friends, all expecting me to move forward with water polo, to join a club team, to play in college, to try to go pro. Everyone thought that water polo was my passion. But no, it wasn't. Despite what everyone thought, I had changed. Despite what everyone saw from the outside, from above the surface, nobody ever really knew what was going on in my head. In fact, nobody ever really bothered to ask. Nobody knew that I panicked before every water polo game, that I got scared that I'd not be strong enough, that as I wrestled against guys twice my size, I struggled to even keep my head above water. Nobody knew that even if I made a goal, I wasn't thinking about what I did right, but everything I did wrong. Nobody knew that I cried when things got too rough, or that I screamed underwater at myself out of frustration. Nobody knew that what I really wanted was to quit. One practice, I remember asking myself, why are you even doing this? I expected myself to think, because it's my passion. But I can no longer think of one reason besides everyone expected me to. Everyone expected me to play on the boys' team. Everyone assumed I would be happy to play there. And I expected that of myself too. It was empowering to be the only girl there. It was exciting knowing that I could fit a part that nobody else at that time could. But at no particular moment that I could pinpoint, all that excitement vanished. All the fun, all the passion of playing water polo was gone. But I couldn't quit. What was I going to do if I didn't play water polo? Let everyone down? Tell them I wasn't going to play just because I didn't want to? No. I told myself to suck it up and be the girl who everyone expects me to be. And it was my own expectations too. I expected myself to play water polo because I thought that it was my one and only passion. And I was terrified that if I admitted that it wasn't any longer, that I would lose my plan. The future I had planned out with water polo would be gone. How do you get out of a place like that? A place where you no longer know, where you don't know what to do. A place where you can't figure out who you are because you don't know who you are. I couldn't let go of the person I was expected to be because it had become who I was. And I couldn't let that go. I didn't know who I could be without it. Because who would I be without the name that everyone knew me for? Who would I be without water polo? Who would I be without my passion? I'm done. I remember mulling those words over in my head until I finally said them out loud to my coaches, to my family, to my friends. Disappointment can only describe what I saw on their faces. And I understood why. I knew in that moment that I was giving up something that could have been my future. I was losing something that I'd worked for and trained for and planned for. I was losing the passion that I had committed myself to long ago. And I was losing the person that I used to be. And that tore me apart. I didn't know what I was supposed to do if I wasn't playing water polo. Was I supposed to find a new passion? How could I even find something to replace what I had just lost? For months, I tried to find something, anything that I could call my new passion. But for almost a year, I couldn't find one thing. It wasn't until one morning when I was sitting in orchestra, playing Monstrous by Richard Meyer. My fingers danced across the strings, the crescendo swelled, the notes aligned. It was the first time the entire orchestra had played it perfectly. And I could feel some indescribable inspiration inside me. It was passion. This entire time, I had been trying to find passion in one thing, when in reality, it was in everything I did. Passion was that moment in orchestra. Passion was the moment in choir when we sang From Now On from The Greatest Showman, and the harmonies aligned perfectly. Passion was bowing on stage after my first one-act play and defeating my stage fright. Passion is laughing with my friends. We may be the most dysfunctional group ever, but they can make me laugh no matter what. Passion was deciding to play water polo again on the boys' varsity team. And I wasn't even the only girl this time, but I bring 5 more girls along with me. Give them room. But I didn't go back to prove anything to anyone. I didn't go back because I was expected to. I went back to have fun. And I really did have fun. I don't think that team knows how much they meant to me this season. So yes, I am the girl who plays water polo. But I am also the girl who plays violin in orchestra, the girl who sings soprano in choir, the girl who secretly likes theater, the girl who plays soccer, the girl studying for her tests. Passion is in everything I do. And all those passions make me who I am. All those passions is what I will be known for. So stop trying to find passion in one thing and realize that passion is in everything you do. Thank you.